So I didn't fall for the lie last night from the Prime Minister. Now, the rest of the media was more than happy to pretend that he was about to make a major decision that we have suggested, that I've suggested before on this program, is exactly what should happen, which is we shouldn't be paying fees to access our own money.
Irritating debit card surcharges could be a thing of the past within 2 years under a major federal government crackdown.
The Albanese government says it's prepared to ban debit card surcharges if re-elected next year.
Sneaky surcharges on debit cards could be banned in a year or so.
Now, you notice? A year or so, if we're re-elected. The Parliament still has plenty of time before the next federal election. There will be many sitting days between now and the end of the year, and a few before we do go off to an election, whenever that is next year. If it requires the Parliament, I would imagine that the opposition would agree unanimously. This stuff should go, and it should go now. Because, as we know, after the pandemic, the extreme majority of Australians are tapping and going. Of those, a very significant number are using debit cards. Now, these debit cards means it's your money. There's nobody having to access credit. Credit card charges, fine, they can still exist. But if places want us to be able to do tap and go, it shouldn't cost us or them to do so. The financial institutions who do this are underwritten by the federal government, meaning they shouldn't be passing on even sneaky versions of these fees. So don't tell me that anyone's going to be missing out. The banking sector is multiple $1 billion worth of profit. They can do without whatever hundreds of millions of dollars they make out of this. But how does the Prime Minister get credit for announcing a plan for a review for somebody else to make a decision that, fingers crossed, maybe might result in the cards having the charges removed? The charges should go now. Peter Dutton.
This is actually a plan for a plan. I mean, this Prime Minister always promises but never delivers. And we're very happy to look at anything the government's going to propose, but it's not an announcement. It's just that they're looking at it, and it could come in 2026. Australian families need help now from this government.